I wrote the music to We the Mighty without any lyrics or even melodies in mind at the time. Once the song was done, it's the way I like to do it. I like to almost wait till the music's there and see what it inspires. And it just ended up making me think about coming out here and emigrating and how frightening it is to go to a new country. So it could be about when we arrived. It's about the next generation coming out. The riff on We the Mighty was definitely the beginning of the song for me. And all of a sudden it was there and I knew, okay, that's it. And everything else came from that riff. I actually was listening back to my work tapes and the riff was very different in the beginning. And at one point it went off in an Allman Brothers type of, you know, and I listened back and I go, where was I going with that? But then all of a sudden I hear myself go, no, it's gotta be better than that. And eventually I came up with that. I see why Bob plays the lead though. When I brought it to the band, I thought that the riff would be also what the chorus would be written over. And I had what I thought was a great bridge. And then the bridge was going to be... And immediately when I played to the band, I played the bridge and they're all like, that's a great chorus. And I sort of had to go, isn't it? Usually I write on an acoustic because that's what I play in the band. But on We the Mighty, I actually wrote the riff on an electric guitar. Because I probably wouldn't have written it on an acoustic. I wouldn't have heard it the way I did hear it in the end. When you hear a Young Dubliner record, you can be pretty sure that it was written for that album in that writing session. We worked out the other day, we have like 90 original songs now, and it's when you have that many songs, you've pretty much used up just about all the ideas you had. No, the way the songwriting has gone with our band now, it's very much a team effort now. It's everybody brings in ideas. I brought in a few songs, Chaz brought in songs, Bren brought in a lot of ideas. In We the Mighty, fell together great once I brought it to the band. Once they heard it and they put their 10 cents in and everybody sort of said, oh yeah, then we could do this and go there.
Dun da da, dun da da, and we're doing dun da da. You know what I mean?
The beginning of songs or choruses and we would flesh them out. It's really the most combined effort we've ever had.
There you go, yeah!
One of the main highlights of that song, I said to Bob, and what about you do your solo over what would be the pre-chorus? Whereas normally you'd solo over a verse or a chorus. I had no idea he would come up with what he did. It's probably my favorite part of the whole song.
Pre-chorus joins the verse to the chorus. A lot of times it's sort of like verse part B, right? And a lot of people, they listen to rock music and they expect that. So it wasn't there, so I came up with this counter melody. Over the chords, right?
That's one of the beauties of writing with a band, because if you write on your own, these are ideas you never would have had. I would never have written what he wrote there. So when I listen to that song, I see all the band on that song.
Since 2005, obviously I've done 3 records with them, and I did earn the nickname The Machete, because I used to like to come into rehearsals and chop their masterpieces down into more what I like to call the Beatles format songs, you know, intro, verse, chorus, middle eighths, chorus. This time round, they seem to have self-macheted themselves, which is really great. When I came into the rehearsals this time round, there wasn't a lot for me to do in terms of the arrangements of the songs, because they've gotten so tight and really good about just having, you know, paying homage to the song and then the structure of the songs.
I don't know, my first thing I thought that would make a great intro as well. Have them in the two places, because it's such a great bit. It's such a little touchy cool. It'd be a great way to start the song and then go into your verse. I love it because it's all really evolved. Like, you guys are really pushing on to the next thing now after seeing it. Seems like all the guitar bits, Bob, are great. They're really cool.
Just waiting for the band to arrive. They'll be playing in here, and Dave will be sequestered in the little drum box in the other side, and just so we have some isolation from the rest of the instruments.
Do 1 to 3 takes, hopefully, and then you take the best parts of each take and piece them together, and then once you've got your sort of scotch taped drum track, then the other guys come in and redo their part to that.
We are ready.
we all played live, but they probably discard most of the other stuff. They'll keep the bass, probably 90% the bass track. Like Bob, the guitar player, is not even plugged into an amp at the moment, you know. It's just there for a guide, a reference guide. So it's a layer. It's like building a wall. Think about building a wall. You put your layer of bricks on, so the guitar, then the violin, then the last thing will be vocals, you know.
People are leaving Ireland now as bad as they did 30 years ago, 20 years ago when we all left, and 100 years before that. For a song like We the Mighty, it'd be great if, number one for me, I would love if they played it in Ireland and people realised that we're getting ready to leave. That's what it was about. But also because of the chanty chorus idea, it'd be a lot of fun to see it at a, maybe as a team's mascot song. And one of the things about being Irish, there's a lot of pride and there's a lot of comfort in being in Ireland, being home. So when you come to a big place like America, it can be massively overwhelming. And so that's really what it's about. All right, Doug, we've been cooped up in the studio for I don't know how long. It's time to go on the road. I don't know if you're ready for this. I hope you are. Are you ready for some fun? Let's do it.
So grab a bag and I'll meet you at the station. All your songs of love and emigration. Wave goodbye if you were so alive. We'll step into the great unknown. You missed the crack, but there's no turning back. When you get there you won't be alone. So let's go, let's go. Call them up, tell them where we're coming over. There'll be no shamrocks and there'll be no 40 clovers. It's just a party and we're only getting started. We'll fix you lonely and we'll fix you broken hearted. We're the mighty. The same old story, just a different generation. But telling people a familiar situation. Work so hard if we can get a job. We know that when the day is done, the lays at rest to the future and the past. We're singing till the morning sun. So ride on, ride on. Call them up, tell them we're all coming over. There'll be no shamrocks and there'll be no 40 clovers. It's just a party and we're only getting started. We'll fix you lonely and we'll fix you broken hearted. We're the mighty. Tell them we're all coming over. There'll be no shamrocks and there'll be no 40 clovers. It's just a party and we're only getting started. We'll fix you lonely and we'll fix you broken hearted. We'll sing the songs that everybody's heard of. You keep on talking but I haven't heard a word, love. We're the mighty. We're the mighty.
Sounds great. Cool. That sounds fucking great.
We're done.
Nice.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Done.
Yeah. Yay.